Greetings everyone. This is a short video to provide some guidance on how to solve case 3. Case 3 consists of an assignment where you're supposed to design a process for a face-to-face session where you're training on a new corporate policy and participants are tech savvy, but they are introverts and tend to shy away from asking questions, right? So you're supposed to design a 2-hour to conduct 2 virtual sessions, 4 hours each. So GroupMap offers a number of education training templates that you can choose from. Particularly in this case, we are thinking about activities for face-to-face sessions. So you are probably going to use these maps as an auxiliary after a presentation. Of great interest is the Twilight map. It's more or less a canvas where participants are invited to share their ideas on a number of subjects, namely what I think I know, what I want to find out, how will I find out. So it creates an exploratory path for the learner, and then in the quadrants 4 to 6. There will be a little bit of a debriefing after the session. What I learned, actions I can take, questions I still have. So this is an interesting map that you could use for a learning exercise or a training program. You can also do adaptations on particular relevant maps here. From the most simple one, list of questions, that this is a very basic and useful map where you can have a team to list questions that they could answer, voting on them, it's like you can pick up which...
Remember now, when talking about list of questions, that the bonus outcome of assignment of the case 3 digital facilitated training session, the bonus outcome is for individual groups can report back on their own answers to the questions. So list of questions could be a very useful map we could use, and participants can brainstorm on the ideas and then can vote on them, right? So there are 2 ways to do this. One way is to use the voting tool, like you have here, the voting tool that you can select and ask participants assign a number of votes, that dot voting dots for each participant to vote. You can assign multiple votes, and you can force participants to allocate all their votes or not before continuing, or you have the facilitator to have unlimited votes. This feature is very useful if you are doing a chauffeured mode meeting, right? So there are participants in the room that cannot access the map, and you would vote for them, right? So in this case, you would position vote in the sequence after brainstorm, and then you will create the map, and participants will then be able to type in their ideas and so forth. And then in the voting session, they would be able to select or vote the number of they have still some votes left. So now I have all my votes assigned, and I see the results, which are the most important items. So this is one way to doing, but there's another way to do a quick vote on items on the brainstorm, which will be by using this feature. So let me just remove vote. Let's get rid of vote. remove. So we'll have brainstorm. You don't actually use the results after this because it's useful to see the result, the results, and that will be to use the like. You can use like or dislike, and you can include these on your ideas, the like or dislike option on the ideas, and this will give you a quick and dirty way to conduct voting, right? So if you like and dislike some ideas, and then you will be able to, or you will be able to do them directly from the brainstorm, and you will be able to see them here on the results. So actually, with this feature, you don't even need the results step. It's even simpler than that, because you can actually see the results of who voted or upvoted in the brainstorm. So it's a very simple way to classify ideas without having the voting step in the process created here.
Also for case 3, and besides the education and training templates that you can choose from, remember that the assignment refers that this is a group of participants that are tech savvy, but they are introverted. So they tend to shy away from asking questions. This is a reminder that you might want to use some icebreakers, and group map lists only a few, but then you can adapt them for other needs. For instance, if you choose 2 truths and 1 lie, you can also adapt this basic map to have the group to answer any other questions that you would like to create instead of 2 truths and 1 lie, right? So let's stay creative and think about the maps that are offered just as examples of other maps that you can also create from a blank template. You can upload your own background, or you can use the already existing 2-list, 3-list, 4-list columns templates that are easily configured, right? How do you do that? For instance, if I choose a 2-list template, I can choose a specific title for an activity here. And I can also immediately color this activity with the popular group map color canvases, color palette, which is so traditional in this tool. Color combinations that you can use, and they give lots of brightness to the map just by entering colors, right? That's all for now. I hope this helps.